Hello everyone, my name is Lucy. Welcome to my Simple Sunday Afternoon channel. My husband and I are remodeling our home library, and while he's painting the walls, I have the task of making the window treatments. If you are making Roman shades, I recommend watching the tutorial from sailright.com. Take the exact measurements for each individual window and take them with you whenever you are purchasing the fabric. Personnel that works in fabric specialty shops are expert calculating the amount of fabric you will need. Choose a fabric that is pleasant to your eyes and you know it will last a long time without going out of style. I'm also making the shades with 100% blackout backing fabric. That way I will protect the books and the pictures from the sunlight. I purchased the leaf cord, the Velcro rods, sew-on rings, condensers, and tassels from individual vendors from Amazon. I substituted the ribs for other materials and purchased some other items from the Home Depot, and I was able to save about 1/3 of the cost for each Roman shade. The main fabric was cut 4 inches bigger than the width measurement of the shade, and the blackout backing fabric was cut 3 inches smaller than the main fabric. Both fabrics were then sewn flush together, half an inch from the edge on each side. The fabric was then laid flat on the table and stretched, making an inner fold of 1 inch on each side. When you measure now from one side to the other, it should give you the exact width measurement for the Roman shade. The bottom was then sewn 1/2 of an inch from the edge. When turned inside out, the shade has a clean edge on each side. I then ironed the seam to form a clean edge so it can be finished to the correct length measurement. The bottom was folded 2 inches, a fold big enough to hold the bottom weight rod. Once the bottom was sewn, I took the measurements of the length of the shade and determined where the top fold would be. This fold is where the Velcro is sewn. At the same time, I determined where the ribs were going to be located. I first found the center of the shade for the first rib, and then 6 inches between each one of them. This shade took 7 ribs. The Velcro was sewn into the fabric, using the soft portion of the Velcro and leaving the rough side for the wood rods. I finished the markings for the ribs with a pencil and a ruler. Sewing the ribs was the most tedious job, as each panel required 7 ribs and each rib required 2 seams. Once the ribs were sewn, I was able to sew in place the rings. Each rib required 1 in each side and 1 in the center. This was also a time-consuming task. There's no more sewing, so now I'm able to insert the bottom rod. I used a cheaper fabric to cover the wood rods, as they will be hiding behind the shade and the banners. So I'm saving some of the expensive fabric. Each rod requires about 6 inches in width of the fabric. I secured the fabric in place using a stapler, and the Velcro was stapled to the wood. Now for the finishing of the shade, the cord must be installed. and I'm going to be using the Roman shade cord, the cord lock, the condenser, and the tassels. And I'm also going to be using 4 screw eyes for each shade. I velcro together the shade to the wood rod and mark where each screw eye and the lock are going to be located. I'm making a pilot hole to make it easier screwing the screw eye and the screws for the lock. I secured the lock with 1 screw in one side and a screw eye in the other. Once the lock is secured to the wood, we can start passing the cord, starting from the furthest cord to the nearest to the lock. The cord must be passed between the copper cylinders inside the lock. The lock I'm using have 3 slots, one for each one of the cords. The cords are passed through the screw eye before they are passed through the rings. Pass the cord through every ring to the bottom of the shade and then make a knot in the last ring. Now the center cord. Once the cords are in place, you can cut the cord to the side and install the condenser and the tassel. My Windows Roman shades are ready to be installed. The bracket to install the wooden rods were purchased at the Home Depot as well. They require only 1 screw on each one of them, so they were very easy to install. My Roman shades look amazing, and I'm pretty sure they will last for many years before I decide to replace them. I will be posting more videos about this remodeling of the library. Don't forget to click like if you like this video. I hope to see you soon.